The 2024 Florida RV Super Show has been over for about 2 weeks, and we know you guys have been inundated with videos about new rigs, new gadgets, new whatever. And we thought, what's one more video? It can't hurt, right?
But something that we were interested in and wanted to share with you guys were new RV lines within existing brands. And we wanted to find out, what were they thinking?
Well, welcome back to the Roadsmiths, everybody. But if you're new here, I'm Ken.
And I'm Pam.
So we thought it was really interesting about these three lines from existing brands, and we're going to talk about Coachman, Lance, and Fleetwood. And we think it's really interesting. These guys have come out with these new plans and debuted them at the show, so stick around. So we're sitting in the Fleetwood Excursion, and the whole concept around what we're going to do today, we want to bring Florida back to Florida, because you see the way we're dressed. It's not Florida. Today's actually the coldest day, the last day of the show. But we want to bring you new lines of existing brands. And so this is brand new from Fleetwood. It's a Class B. It's the Fleetwood Excursion, kind of ruggedized, very cool, very tight. Good news is they got the heat on right here, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
what do you think?
It's freezing out there.
What do you think?
It's actually really nice. I think I can do it for short trips, which would be... Yeah,
weekend?
I could do for a month, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think like once you get used to kind of a fifth wheel, and obviously, you know, size is a consideration, but let's take a look at some of the aspects. It looks like very well put together. Oops. You know, I mean, Rev Group is... Pam's leaving early. I'm just going to stay with the heat. Poor Meka's outside. But it looks like it's very well put together. Storage looks good.
So this apparently, I'm not sure all of the things that make it come together, but this obviously becomes the sleeping space.
Closet right up there.
Closet space here.
Got a single induction place.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice
door
cabinets.
boxes anyway.
Got a microwave. I assume that's probably convection as well, or small refrigerator. Well, that's induction.
Then you've got an induction cooktop, and then obviously a wet bath.
Okay, get the door open. Take a look at the wet bath here. Yeah, this might be a little tight for... You want to hold that there? Well, it might be a little tight for a 6'2" guy, especially with a 6'2" guy with a backpack.
If you open this door,
yeah, okay.
I think it'd make it a lot easier.
So I can get in
there.
There you go. Yeah. It's you have to be. Here's
the thing.
It's a balancing act.
Here's the thing. You'd have to sit on the toilet and shower.
That's a new concept. Yeah, but just let's lift the camera up a little bit and just get it. Yeah, it's very comfortable. If they had a skylight or a place like a little bubble on the top to put my head, that would be great. So anyway, it looks like very well put together, single piece fiberglass, so that's awesome. And looks like some solid surface countertops. Really nice. Got some storage back here. I assume that's probably a heat pump that's running. Very nice. Got some nice storage back there, and that's kind of the sleeping area. So yeah.
Meka's wondering why we're in here and she's out there.
For two of us, we could probably do it, but with Meka, she struggles to find space as it is in our alliance. But all right, let's take a look at the outside. So they've got 3 different floor plans here at the show, actually 4 total. This one that we just looked at is a 19-foot. So let's get in one that's a little bit larger and just kind of see the difference in the feel on the inside. And what they've got in here price-wise on the 19-foot is $165,900. That's the show price here. List price is $230,000. So let's look at a little bit bigger model here.
So this is the SLE 24-foot. This is actually really nice. And the great thing is, for you or for tall people, sleeping is not so much an issue. Look at this. I mean, I have whole, what, 2 more feet behind me.
Yeah, it's probably about a queen if you think about it. I mean, I would imagine.
And this is really comfortable.
Yeah.
I guess you'd still probably maybe put like a
Slight,
a
yes, topper on it, yeah.
on it, but there's a lot of storage.
A lot more storage in this. You got a 2-burner induction stove here, which is good.
There's some closet space.
Kind of hard to see because it's dark in there.
Yeah, and not only obviously is it much longer, but the thing that I do love about it is look at this kitchen area and the sink. The sink is fantastic.
Yeah, very deep, very nice. Definitely the feel of this versus the previous one. The 19-foot one is much, much different. This one's not outfitted as rugged. You could get a roof rack on this one as well. This one's a little more luxurious.
And look at all of the storage. Wow, I'm really digging this, Ken. Hint, hint. What do you think?
Sell a fifth wheel. Let's get this, and then we'll really be living in small spaces.
Have you looked at the bathroom?
I've looked. I assume it's probably the same. Maybe it's different.
No, it's basically the same.
Basically the same.
I wonder why they don't do like a skylight so they can add some height to it.
Probably because of the roof. Yes, convection oven. The refrigerator much bigger, and the storage closet here is much larger. Well, that's actually a pantry. You get a pantry here. I don't see a hanging storage.
Right here.
Oh, there is hanging storage back there. Okay, and you get a pantry. So, and again, 24 feet. This is on the, I believe you said the 3500 chassis. The other one, the 19-foot, is on the 25. So you get more payload capacity on this, and obviously, quite a bit bigger.
A lot sturdier screen, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, too.
All right, let's go take a look at the other one. Pretty roomy, and you get a lot of the storage like you did on the previous version because it is 24 feet, so that's awesome. And 2-burner induction stove, just like the previous one. Same hanging storage area, same shower. And we got to talk about why that's not level. Maybe there we go. Oh, now these are the kind of things you look at and you say, what in the world? But ours does that as well. So if you were, Pam, are you having more kids? If you had more kids, then we could get this because it's got 4 seats.
Did you forget how old we are?
That wasn't the question. That was the question, was you have more kids? No, very cool. I think, again, if we were looking at one, we would need those additional 2 seats, but the extra sort of living space in the other one is much better. So, very cool. Very cool. Kind of rugged. Kind of luxurious, and I would say, again, not to put anybody's mind, but this versus an Airstream in terms of the money, the difference, and the sale price on this is $165, $165.9, of course, but that I think from versus an Airstream. Sorry for the music in the back. Don't know where the volume knob is, but yeah, very cool. Could definitely see doing this for maybe a 5-month trip. Hint, hint. So let's get on to the next new line of an existing brand. All right, so those of you that know our channel, and we've probably talked about this before, we're actually big fans of Lance trailers. In fact, before Pam and I bought the Alliance 310, let me just take these off here for a second because it is pretty sunny outside, but not in here. Before we bought the 310, we looked at a Lance 2465, had a king bed, 2 slides, really nice rig, more manageable, lower in height, obviously. And yeah, it's something that we could have definitely done with, probably not full time, but something where we could have done most time and maybe, occasionally went to a hotel or resort or something like that. But we've been fans of Lance trailers just because, the quality build. I know they use CNC routed technology when they build their walls and they build their components. And that just makes for very tight seams. And you'll see that, you won't see, molding up here like you do in other manufacturers because everything is very tightly fit. So very well known for quality, known for some advanced features that they have. But now in this year, they have now come out with a travel trailer that, takes some of those added things away and just brought it down to a price point that makes a little bit more sense for people. I know looking at like a 19-foot or actually the 1995 or 1895 trailer, which this is actually based on the 1995, you're probably looking at, you know, $60-something thousand, maybe, you know, around that range, brand new. Here, this is $45,000 is what the show price is. List price is $54,000. So they've just done some things that, you know, may not necessarily be required, but like in the bigger, better Lancers, or the more expensive ones, they have acrylic windows. These are just standard windows, still kind of fold out. The acrylic windows are double pane, so a little bit more insulated, larger. These are just very standard windows. I think they're single pane windows. You know, so certain things they have eliminated. The more ride tray. There's no window in the front like there is in some of the other Lances, which is good and bad in a way. I mean, having a window in the front is great for additional view, but you could also have issues with, you know, stones coming up and hitting those things. They did change those from glass, tempered glass, years ago to acrylic, and so that's been nice. But this one doesn't have that window. So again, you know, looking to save cost. But looking in here, it's, you know, very, very similar than the standard rig, but again, just reducing some of the costs. So and that's a good thing. I know Lances, they will traditionally do. Try that all over again. Three 20-pound propane tanks. Here it's just two. So again, you can add that if you wanted to, I'm sure. So just a price point that makes a little bit more sense, and still very nicely decorated. You know, I do see some differences in here, but not major. And like, for example, in 1995 or 1895, you can get a Murphy bed couch that folds up. Here you don't. So it just, you know, they reduce some costs that way, but you have a dedicated bed as opposed to a couch that flips up and a seamed bed. So we like what they're doing here. We like the fact that some of these manufacturers that have been long established are coming out with new lines that, you know, give some people you know, just a little bit more to consider, and at price points that maybe make a little bit more sense. So this is the Lance Squire. It's based on the traditional Lance camper of the 1995, and yeah, what I see, if you were getting into an entry level, you know, you can get into a lot less price point than this with some of these others, but, you know, Lance is known for quality. So I would definitely consider a Squire if you're just in the market for a small travel trailer light, and the price point makes sense. So this is the Coachman Euro, and I'm sure that people in Europe kind of laugh at Americans as we travel, because we travel with these huge mega rigs, you know, even ours is only 35 feet, but the big toy haulers, the 45-foot, the big, you know, 45-foot diesel pushers, and let's not forget about Todd and Sheila switch it up, 54-foot spacecraft. But in Europe, obviously, they travel much, much smaller, but try to be comfortable, whether it's a Class B van or a small Class C. This is a kind of a cool thing, very European driven, and it's called the Coachman Euro. And it looks very European, and some of the touches that you'll see in here as well, but still very comfortable, but yet something that is small enough to handle 27 feet. And yeah, the decor is very, very nice, and it looks like it's got a lot of features here. So I got two burner induction cooktop, which is great. Got vent to hood, which looks like it goes vent to the outside. I'm not sure. We'll have to check to see if that's true or if it's just a facade. Yeah. It looks like a king bed. I think that's a king bed. Fold up just for the slide. Thank you. So very comfortable back here. Some storage up there, which is nice. You got some closet space. I love the locks, which are I would say they're marine. They're marine grade light, just not totally marine grade, but the same sort of functionality of it. And you got this here, same storage. This is kind of cool. Dishwasher in a small gas here in Class A. That's pretty cool. Show some Pam we love, where she's looking for a washer dryer in the bathroom. Very nice decor in here, nice blue. It's very modern looking. Shower is a bit tight. Not the size of ours in our fifth wheel, but definitely usable. And I know I can stand up in that as 6'2". I'm not going to try, but I'm just looking at it knowing I can actually do that. So let's kind of go back out here to this area. Looks like a convection oven. How you doing? Good. refrigerator, which I don't know if it's a two-way or a, looks like it's a 12 volt, is my guess. Yeah, decent size right there, and very comfortable living area. We've got, looks like a hideaway table desk, so it can function as a work area or eating area, and really very nice kitchen for this size rig. Again, you've got these marine tile. Well, okay, that's a problem. But yeah, I think they attempted the marine style locks, but not quite up to spec there. But yeah, very nice, very European looking, and I know that people in Europe would love that, and people in the United States still like their big rigs, but it's actually very, very cool. We've been to this RV Super Show 2 years in a row now, and it's a lot to experience. So if you've not been there before, we'll put a link to 2 of the videos we did for 2023 and 2024 below.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.